everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in my previous video, I mentioned to you guys that there were some big news coming to my channel, and I'm so happy to say that on Saturday, I'll be making the big announcement. I am so excited, so looking forward to sharing this news with you. And I know a lot of you are wondering what it was. So if those of you, go ahead and comment down below and let me know what you think the big announcement is going to be, and I'll just randomly choose 2 winners. So for those of you that get it right, you'll be able to choose any one item from my Driven Fast store, which is drivenfast.com. So I'll be on the lookout for the comments to see what you guys think. But moving on to today's video, we're continuing to work on the HELLCAT Redeye. Now this installation today is one that I'm honestly not looking forward to. Today we're going to be installing the ATI 10% lower pulley as well as pinning the crank. Now you're probably wondering, why am I not looking forward to it? Well, let me show you why. All right, so what makes this difficult is, let me just point, the pulley is down there. You clearly can't see it on the camera, but what makes it a little bit difficult is the lack of space, which now that I'm saying that, that seems to be like a common theme with my Redeye videos lately, and almost all the installations, I'm like, yeah, the lack of space makes it so difficult. But I mean, it is. It's a lack of space. How are you gonna get all the way down there without removing a lot of things? So in order to do this, it's going to involve quite a bit of steps. Now I am following the service manual. So what that calls for is I need to remove the bumper and the fan. Now the radiator, I really don't want to remove it. Maybe I can play around with that. I'm hoping that once I have everything off, I have more than enough space to remove the lower pulley, but if not, we'll see. So I have to remove all of these things. Now there may be another way, which probably won't say it would be easier. It just wouldn't be as involved. Maybe you can just remove the fan and then work with, I mean, it'll still be not that much space. So it'll probably be working in just a tight space to remove that pulley out, but I don't know. I think that's still going to be, you'll still need more space. So again, I'm just following what the service manual says, and I will be doing all of those steps that I mentioned, which again, so exciting. A lot of you have been asking me about this CFM performance breather. I installed this many videos ago, and a lot of you have been asking me how I like it. Honestly, I haven't had any complaints at all. I will put the information to this breather in the description down below. I also have a 10% off discount code. It's Driven Fast, so I have it here up on the screen. Now they have many different colors. I got mine in chrome just because I plan on powder coating it a different color. I still haven't taken it yet. I know it's been a while. Just because I plan on taking something else to get powder coated too. So I'm just going to take both things at the same time. But again, if you're interested, I'll have the information for that as well as discount code in the description down below. But let's get started with this. I'm going to go ahead and start with removing the bumper, which is just the largest thing to remove, and then we can make our way to the rest. Right now I'm at the passenger side, and these, in order to remove this wheel well right here, it has these rivets. So these are pretty interesting to remove. So you can use something like this, like a pick like I used, and you'll just have to insert it here in the middle in order to break them. So there's 3 here, and then I also had to remove a clip, which is right there, and then there's another one up here that you're not gonna be able to see. And then that'll give us just enough access to pull this open. And then there's 2 bolts that are holding the bumper that we'll need to remove. So they're 10mm. There's one right here, and then there's another one on top that you're not gonna be able to see, but there's 2 that I need to remove. So I need to do the same process now on the driver's side. There also is a connector here, but I won't worry about that now. I'll worry about disconnecting that once I'm pulling off the bumper. So I need to do this on the driver's side. And then the last thing is that there's a cover underneath that I need to remove, and then I should be able to remove the bumper. The bumper is off. It's time to move on to the next step. We can move on and remove the fan. So that means that I need to raise the car up again and remove the larger cover because it's going to come off from the bottom. After we do that, then we move on to the more interesting and probably like the most complicated part. But let's see how it goes. So let's just keep going. So the cover is off. And by the way, before raising the car, I did remove the 2 bolts that hold up the fan. So there's one on each side and now it's loose. So let me just show you, it's being held up by this brace right here. So you see how it's loose? So it's going to come off from the bottom. Now the only thing that's preventing it from coming out from the bottom is right here. So the manual calls that you can remove it either way. So there's here or here. I'm just going to use this side and then just pop it off. And then naturally, once I pop that off, it's going to start leaking coolant. So before I do that, I'm going to use my oil drain and then just place it here. So once I pop that out, I'll just let it bleed all the coolant. And then I'll just wait until it stops. Then I can remove these 2 bolts. And then this way I have enough clearance to just move it out of the way and then remove the fan. So hopefully after I remove the fan, I have enough clearance. I don't know, I'm gonna check if I have enough clearance to remove the pulley. If I do, then that would be ideal. That would be the best situation. If I don't, then I'll have to do everything that I told you guys before, removing the radiator. But let's find out. The fan is off, and as soon as I removed the fan, I thought, you know what, this may work. Maybe I don't have to go through all of those extra steps. Maybe, I'm not sure yet, I'm not 100%, but you can see that there's enough clearance, or at least enough clearance to remove the bolt. So I did that. I think there should also be enough clearance to remove that pulley. I'm not 100% sure, but it's looking promising. So as you guys saw, I already removed the bolt, but let me show you here a very important step, which you won't be able to remove that bolt without doing this. So I have that in between the flywheel. The reason that I have that there is so when I remove the bolt, or when I was removing the bolt, it wouldn't spin the crank. So I got that from watching other YouTubers when they were doing the same install. I think I don't have to do all those other steps. I'm not 100% sure, but I really hope that I really don't. And then that way I can remove this pulley. If not, once again, I'll just have to remove the radiator. But we're going to have to find out in the next video. I know I hate to stop it here. I feel like I'm stopping a movie in the middle of the good part. I'm like, pause, stop watching. We're gonna have to continue to the next video just because I bought a kit to remove that pulley and it's the right one. It's going to work. The only thing is that it only has 2 bolts. I needed 3 bolts. And it's already too late for me to go back to the store and then just purchase another one just because I need that additional bolt. I don't know why it only came with 2 bolts, so I'll need to wait until tomorrow and then go pick that up and then I can continue this installation. So that's it for this video. The next video, I will continue with this. Hopefully, I have enough clearance to remove this pulley. If not, then, I mean, no big deal. I'll just have to do a little bit more steps and remove that radiator and then we'll finish up with this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one.